Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else, and word lovers. This is Phil Chenevert with another edition of Why Do We Say That? Today I'm going to discuss the little phrase across the board. Across the board, that means all-encompassing. Everybody's included. The raises will be across the board. The failing marks will be across the board. Yes. Um, Whatever you want to say. The taxes will be applied across the board. Everybody gets them. So, why do we use that phrase? Where did it come from? I'm going to tell you. Why? Because I'm me and I have the time. Okay, across the board, as we just covered, this means today all-inclusive, comprehensive, and it's a very recent addition to our language. Um, Originated about 1935 at the racetrack. Them little horses running around. Yes. Now, you could bet on a horse to win, which gave you the best odds, or you get the most money back, but it was also the most risky bet. You could also bet on a horse to place, which means you're going to bet that if they came in first or second, you would also win. You get the odds were not as good. You get less money, but that would be the place. Or you could bet on a horse to show, which meant if they came in first, second, or third, win, place, or show, you would win. Again, the odds would be a little worse. You wouldn't get as much money, but it was a much safer bet. Less risky. Um, Now, if you really like that filly, you say, "Oh man, the fifth race, I got this filly who's really good," but I'm not really positive about it, so I'll bet on her to show. And of course, if she showed up, she would win. Now, what they do, there was a board where they would put the winner, the first, second, and third place horses up there. So the board is where we got this across the board. If you bet on to show if you would win across the board. Now, our language eagerly adopted this colorful phrase, and we kind of expanded it a bit to describe an all-encompassing event. As I said, the raises are across the board, um, to mean something like that. Now, the English language loves these phrases, just like every language takes up these idioms, but I'm sure that this drives non-native speakers crazy when they come across this phrase, across the board? What does that mean? What does that have to do with something that's all-inclusive? Well, I just told you. This has been Phil Chenevert with an edition of Why Do We Say That? And thank you for listening.